بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وجميع الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وصلى الله على من تبعه بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. I send all praise and thanks to Allah, the Lord of everything that exists. And then I ask Allah to send peace and blessings and salutation upon Prophet Muhammad and whoever follow Prophet Muhammad in good deeds until the day of judgment. Good night, everyone. Now, this is our second sitting with the book, The Three Fundamental Principles. Now let's continue. Know that the religion and the way of Prophet Ibrahim, may peace and blessings be upon him, is to purely worship Allah alone. Allah, the Most High, the Most Greatest. And that is the command from Allah to all of mankind. It is for this reason Allah created them, as He has said, which means, and I created not the jinn and mankind except that they should worship me. Surah Al-Dhariyat, chapter Dhariyat, verses 56. To worship me means to single me out in all acts of worship. So one should never ascribe any acts of worship to anything other than Allah. Every act of worship is solely for the one above, Allah, the Most High. Allah Azza wa Jal. The greatest matter with which Allah commanded the creation is to believe in His oneness, His unity, oneness, which entails offering all acts of worship to Allah alone, Tawheed, to single out Allah, the creator of everything, in oneness. And the worst matter that Allah prohibited is to ascribe partners to Him in any act of worship, which we call shirk. The evidence for this is the saying of Allah, which means worship Allah and join none with Him in worship. An-Nisa, verses 36. The three fundamental principles. If you are asked regarding the three fundamental principles which every Muslim should know, you should reply by saying that the slave knows his Lord, his religion, Islam, and his Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings be upon him. Now, the first fundamental principle, the knowledge of your Lord, Allah, the Most High, the Most Gracious. If you are asked, who is your Lord? You should reply, my Lord is Allah, the one who nourished me and all that exists with His bounties. He is my deity. I have no other deity other than Him. The evidence for this is the saying of Allah, which means, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. All the praises and thanks be to Allah, the Lord of the Alameen, mankind, jinn, and all that exists. Surah Al-Fatiha, chapter Fatiha, verses 2. All that exists except Allah is the Alam, single for Alameen. And I am one of the Alameen. If you were asked, how have you come to know your Lord? You should reply, through His signs and His creation, such as the day, the night, the sun, the moon, the 7 layers of the sky, and the 7 layers of the earth, as well as what that contains and what exists between them. The evidence for this is the saying of Allah, which means, and from amongst His signs are the night, the day, and the sun and the moon, Prostrate yourself not to the sun or the moon. Prostrate yourself to Allah who created them, if you really worship Him. Chapter Fussilat, verses 37. He also said, indeed your Lord is Allah, who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days. And He istawa, which implies to rose above, on the throne, in the matter that benefits Him. He brings the night as a cover over the day, seeking it rapidly. And He creates the sun, the moon, the stars, subjected to His command. Surely He has the command and the creation. Blessed is Allah, the Lord of the Alameen. Surah Al-A'raf, verses 54. The word Lord means the one who is worshipped. The evidence for this is the saying of Allah, which means, O mankind, worship your Lord, Allah, who created you and those who were before you, so that you can become from amongst the pious. Who has made the earth as a resting place for you, and sky as a canopy, and sent down water from the sky, and brought forth within fruits as a provision for you. Then do not set up rivals unto Allah in worship, while you know that He alone has the right to be worshipped. The chapter Al-Baqarah, verses 21 to 22. Imam Ibn Kathir, may Allah have mercy upon him, said, the one who created these creation is the one who has the right to be worshipped. All acts of worship which Allah commanded people to perform should be purely, sincerely, and exclusively for Allah, the Most High, the Most Gracious. The evidence for this is the saying of Allah, which means, and the masjids or the mosque are for Allah alone, so invoke not anyone along with Allah, the Most High, the Most Gracious. Chapter Al-Jinn, verses 18. Intending the performance of any of these acts for any other than Allah is an act of disbelief and association, which a Muslim should always keep away from in his life, in his thoughts and in his life. The evidence for this is the saying of Allah, which means, and whoever invokes or worship besides Allah and other ilah, God, or whom he has no evidence, then his reckoning is only with his Lord. Surely, al-kafirun, the disbelievers in the oneness of Allah, polytheists, pagans, idolaters, will not be successful. This is in chapter Mu'minun, verses 170. And he also said, Allah the Most High also said, which means, and your Lord said, invoke me, that is, believe in my oneness, Islamic monotheism, and ask me for anything. So when you make anything, any dua you have, you go straight to Allah. Oh Allah, Ya Rabb, oh Allah, I will respond to your invocation. Verily, those who scorn my worship, that is, do not believe in the Islamic monotheism, they will surely enter into the humiliation of the hellfire. And I ask Allah to keep us all from that place, Jahannam. Okay, that will be enough for tonight. Please tune in for our next sitting. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.